it's Mina, and today in this video I'm going to do a movie review, and since today would have been my Uncle Fred's birthday, I thought why not honor him by doing a movie review on a movie that he liked, which was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is about this boy named Charlie Bucket, played by Peter Ostrom, who is determined to meet Willy Wonka when he hears that there are golden tickets being hidden in chocolate bars. So he tries everything so when he finds a golden ticket, he wins the opportunity to meet Willy Wonka, and he goes on a tour of the factory with a group of other people who also win the ticket. Okay, so to start this movie review off, I absolutely love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It's one of my all-time favorite films from the 1970s. And this was one that like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this was one that my Uncle Fred really liked. I wasn't sure if this was his favorite movie, but my mom told me that he really liked this movie. I actually didn't know he really liked it until I watched it in the hospital one day. Well, I wasn't actually in the hospital. I was getting some clinic treatments. I was in the clinic getting treatments for my medication for when I went through chemo, and I will tell that story in May. And she told me he really liked this movie, and I was really excited to watch it. And again, happy birthday, Uncle Fred. I wish you could have seen this movie review. And I didn't know it was his favorite till my mom told me. Well, actually, I didn't know at all. And he actually didn't know he really liked this movie until my mom told me, like I said before. And what I love about Willy Wonka is I love the story, the characters, and the candy. And the Wonka Company does have the best candy ever. I've eaten some of it. I think my favorite is the Wonka bar because it's really yummy. And there are other candies by Wonka, like there's the Wonka bar, Nerds. What else? Nerds. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Nerds rope. Nerds gumballs. A couple other candies by Wonka that I can't think of off the top of my head, and they do have like such great candies. And I think they came out when the movie came out. I think they were popular when the movie came out. I'm not sure, or they were around before the movie came out. I'll have to do some more research on that. And that's what I love is the characters. Another thing I love is the songs in this movie. I don't want to get into too much detail with the songs because that might take a little bit too long. So I'm just going to talk about like the characters throughout this movie just so it'll go by quicker. So now I'm going to talk about the characters. I really like Charlie Bucket. I love how he's sweet and he shares stuff with his family, and I like how he loves his family even if they are poor. He'll try to share like whatever he has even if it's not enough, like his birthday present with his family, even though they want him to eat it. I love how sweet he is towards his family and others, including Mr. Wonka and his group at the factory. And he is played by Peter Ostrom, O-S-T-R-U-M. Ostrom, I think that's how it's pronounced, and I'm not familiar with him in any other film but this movie. And then the next character I like is Willy Wonka. I really love Willy Wonka. I like how he's kind, caring, and makes sure his group is safe. And he tells them not to eat the candies, like what's safe. I like how he checks them to make sure everyone's alright. And he's very kind to Charlie, and he likes Charlie a lot. And I like how he shares like his let me think, his factory with them, and it gives them a tour and shows them what's edible in the factory. And Willy Wonka is played by Gene Wilder. So Gene Wilder, I'm only familiar with him in this movie and Young Frankenstein. He played Dr. Frankenstein, and that's a really good film by the way, and I might review that for Halloween next year. Let me know if you guys want me to. And then I like Grandpa Joe Bucket. I like how he loves Charlie and he's very social with him. And he's very kind and thoughtful, and he tells Charlie a lot about Willie Wonka, and he loves and cares for him so much, along with his mom. And Grandpa Joe Bucket is played by Jack Albertson. So Jack Albertson, I've only heard his voice in one movie, and that's The Fox and the Hound, when he played Amos Slade the Hunter. And let me know if you guys want me to review The Fox and the Hound. And then I like Mrs. Bucket. I like how she always makes sure that Charlie's happy. Even if they don't have enough, she's always like happy to be with Charlie and her family. And she does everything she can to help them. And she loves them so much. And she is played by Diane Sowell. I think it's how it's pronounced. S-O-W-L, Sowell, I don't know. And I'm not familiar with her in anything else but this movie. So, next we have Augustus Gloop. Augustus Gloop kind of makes me laugh because he likes to eat a lot of sweets. And it's not really good to eat sweets all the time because for those who don't know, sugar can be a cancer causer. Can be a cause to cancer. I'm sorry about that. Well, you can eat. It's okay to eat sweets once in a while, but it's not good to eat them all the time because you could get cavities and UTIs, and you should be aware of eating sugar because sugar likes to feed on cancer cells. So it's really because he likes to eat a lot, and he just likes a lot of junk food. And he is played by Michael Bollner. I think that's how it's pronounced. Bollner. Bollner? I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. And he is... And I am not familiar with Michael Bollner in anything but this movie. I really like Mrs. Gloop. I like how she always worries about her son, like especially when something happens to him, and she feeds him a lot of food because she knows how he likes to eat. And she is played by Ursula Wright. I think that's how it's pronounced. R-E-I-T, Wright? I think so. I don't know. And I'm not familiar with her in anything but this movie. Next we have Mike TV. What I like about Mike TV is he's slightly obsessed with TV, and he likes to watch a lot of that stuff, and he's talks about what's on TV. He's completely obsessed with TV, and I was kind of obsessed with TV back when I was little too. Back when there was a lot of good shows and stuff. I liked how he likes to talk about TV a lot. This was when cable TV was really popular. I haven't even watched cable. Truth be told, there's nothing interesting on cable TV today. I bet as much as it was back in the 70s. Because today there's not as much stuff going on. And by the way, Mike TV is played by Paris Themen. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's T-H-E, sorry, my nose was itchy, T-H-E-M-M-E-N. Paris Themen? I don't know. And I'm not familiar with him in anything else but this movie. And next we have Mrs. TV. I like how she doesn't understand her son, like how she doesn't get why he likes to watch so much TV, and how he always serves him. She always makes sure he watches TV while he eats his dinner. She just finds it weird how he's obsessed with TV. And she's played by Dodo Denny. And I don't know, Dodo sounds kind of like a funny word. And I'm not familiar with her in anything else but this movie. One character I find kind of funny, yet still she makes me kind of want to tear my hair out, is Veruca Salt. Veruca Salt is one character that kind of makes me want to tear my hair out because she's obsessed with getting everything she wants because she's completely spoiled, and she'll do whatever she can to get what she wants. And she is played by Julie Dawn Cole. And Julie Dawn Cole, I'm only familiar with from this film. And And the next character oh yeah, there was one character I forgot to add is Mr. Salt. Whoops. I'm going to just skip him for now because this is already getting long. Next character I'm going to talk about is Violet Beauregard. What I like about Violet Beauregard is that she likes to chew gum so much. But she's a gum chewer. But what annoys me is when she chews it with her mouth open. That's one of my biggest pet peeves with people who chew gum with their mouth open. Because it makes people like not want to talk to them. It just really annoys me. And she is played by Denise Nickerson. So Denise Nickerson, then she was in an episode of the Brady Bunch. I don't know what episode she was in because I haven't seen the Brady Bunch in forever. I've only seen like 2 or 3 episodes. Next I'm going to talk about is her father, Sam Beauregard. What I like about Sam Beauregard is I like how he's like constantly like advertising his like company, and I like how he cares for his daughter and worries like about her, like especially when she gets turned into a blueberry. He is played by Leonard Stone, and Leonard Stone, I'm not familiar with him in anything else but this movie. Next we have Mr. Slugworth, and what I like about Mr. Slugworth is at first he turns out to be a creepy guy, like he follows Charlie like everywhere he goes, and then goes and whispers into people's ears, and then later on he realized that he works for Willy Wonka to show that he's a good guy. And he's played by Gunter Meisner, I think that's how it's pronounced. Gunter Meisner, I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. And I'm not familiar with him in anything else but this movie either. Next I'm going to talk about Bill the Candyman. What I love about Bill the Candyman is I like how he likes to serve candy to all his customers, and he's so polite. And I like people that work at stores that are super nice to their customers. I hate people that look at you like you're annoying, like the people at Macy's do to me. It drives me crazy. But I like how the people at Forever 21 like me. One are super nice. And then I like how he serves candy to all his customers, and he's caring and polite. And he's played by Aubrey Woods, and Aubrey Woods, I don't know him from anything else but this movie. Next I'm going to talk about the setting. I like where the film takes place. It takes place actually in England, but it was filmed in Germany. It's interesting to see where one movie takes place in like a certain country, but it's filmed in a different country. Like for instance, the movie Aquamarine, some people might know what I'm talking about. The movie Aquamarine with Emma Roberts and JoJo. That movie takes place in Florida, but it was actually filmed in Australia. Maybe just to get a better setting. I don't know. So even though Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory takes place in England, this film movie was shot in Germany. Maybe just to get a better setting. I don't know. No, but I like movies that are filmed in different countries, just to see what the countries are like. And this was filmed somewhere in the 1970s, which is the year at the time this movie came out. And I like films that take place in a certain time period just because it's interesting to see what the time period was like back then. Okay, so I would recommend Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory for anyone who has a sweet tooth, basically, that likes candy and stuff. And I like it for anybody who has a good love for songs. And I forgot to mention this movie also has some great songs. I'm not going to get into detail with those because it's already getting long. This movie has great good songs. This movie has great songs. And anybody that basically likes a strong bond of families, people who care about each other, and stuff like that, because it shows a lot of family and people caring about each other in this movie. Okay, so that was my review on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I'm sorry this was so long, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another movie review next. Bye!